tricky hands of Will. What does he mean to your team? And that was pretty impressive kick and a pretty impressive time.
Yeah, definitely. But to have a kicker like we have in Will, it gives us so much confidence. When we were they were trotting out the field goal team, had all the confidence in the world. Already knew he was going to hit it, and when you have that feeling, knowing, especially in that range and even deeper, it's automatic. That's what Will is for us.
You had a buck 30 one time on. Have you rattled at all? When you think when you get the ball, you did it in the Iron Bowl. You think, I got to go down and do this again, or what kind of beginning?
That's where we love to be at. We know what it takes. We have no wavering. I feel confident in in that position as a unit. We do. We all embrace that challenge, but we know what it means. When it's time for us to step up, and in those crunch time moments, that's what we're made for.
Tell me about scramble touchdown that you're doing. You kind of slide down, ran to the left, and found. I think the
Oh, yeah. It was good coverage. They dropped back play coverage. We had an empty on and tried to extend the play. Jameer did a great job breaking off of his route. Really instinctual play. He had a hitch out there, came back and broke across the face, saw it last minute, and we were able to score in a really timely moment.
What else you like the penalty? Do you like the penalties? Got the game for you guys.
I think it's just a lack of execution. It's most of them. I feel like for us, we're self-inflicted. So we have to make sure we clean that up. Obviously watching film, we have better practices, things like that. I think that's stuff that we're gonna definitely have to improve on and keep working on going forward. But majority of them were self-inflicted. So internally we have to practice that, work on that, make that a point of emphasis.
It seems like Williams doesn't make mistakes on a day where he does make a few mental errors. How big is it for you guys to pick them up? And what do you guys think?
Yeah, that's the thing with us. We all have each other's back. Nobody's perfect, and even when there are whatever mistakes that everyone makes, we all rally around each other. And then we still, regardless of what's happened earlier in the game, we know late in the game that Will's always going to come up big for us. We know what he means for us, not just on the field and with the stats, but just as a leader. So even when even if it may not show up on the stat sheet, what he means for us as a defense, as a team is immeasurable. So lack of execution. First and foremost, that starts on me. I have to make sure that we're all executing better. We're getting the right people. We're executing in the pass game, all that. So first and foremost, that falls on my shoulders. We have to do a better job executing. And then, as far as you said, with any sort of doubt or frustration, I don't think we had any frustration. We're obviously competitors. When we don't have success, it's not the ideal. It's not the ideal scenario. But we understand through what Coach Saban has taught us, what will be, and everyone the building teaches us is, we got to play the next play. Coach Saban's saying that all the time. So we go back to the sideline. Obviously no one's happy. We don't want to not have success, but it's not a frustration thing. We go back to the sideline. We analyze what we did wrong, what we didn't do, how we didn't execute. We move on to the next play.
Last drive, you had that sack, kind of escape from that sack, sliding down and took off running. Can you walk us through that play?
I couldn't tell you. Obviously, there's someone hot off the edge. That's my fault. I have to make sure we slide our protection to there. Didn't get us in the right protection, so that's on me. We shouldn't have had to deal with that. But it was just instinct. Obviously, it was a big moment, big play. I knew I couldn't, I couldn't get sacked, couldn't afford to go down. So I was just trying to do whatever it took to keep the chains moving and keep the drive alive.
Two more questions. This is one of the toughest games you've been in. Do you feel that same way?
Yeah, I mean, this was definitely a tough one. That was a great team to win against. A really tough environment. Obviously, you look at the score. Came down to the last second field goal with 10, 15 seconds left. So, obviously this is one of the tougher ones we've been in. There's a lot of stuff that we wish we executed better. A lot of ways we can improve, but I think in the end, when you get tested like this, you put in these positions, you learn about yourself as a team. You grow as a team. So, we want to make sure that we're improving on what we didn't do as well. But at the end of the day, there's a blessing in us being able to win a close one like this. I don't think by surprise, but they have great players over there. We knew that coming in, and throughout the game, they had great players on the defensive line. They work really hard. They look good on film. They look good today. So we want to execute, be a little bit cleaner. But at the end of the day, when the defensive line has success, it's not the O line. A lot of this stuff I have to do a better job of making sure we're going to the right people, making sure we're sliding to where we have the right help, right gaps, making sure me and the backs are communicating. I'm making sure they know where to go. So a lot of that rests on me as well.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thanks, Bryce.